And hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of HTBL Baseball. This is going to be part 21, everybody playing their 21st game. And the game we will have for you will be Montreal at Cincinnati as we take our first look at the Expos this year. And then after that, I don't know where we're going to go because we have seen everybody. I think we have seen everybody play. I am pretty sure this year, so I think we have done everybody once, so we'll probably just go to the American League and show you whoever is leading, which will either be New York or Kansas City. So we'll have that for you on our next episode, but let's get you through what happened in part 20 of this HTBL first season. And we will do that by recapping the games on the calendar of April the 27th. Now, everybody has played 20 games, so we're almost a seventh of the way through the season. And we begin in Boston, where the Rays won again, 7-4 over the Red Sox. Kazmir over Houston. Kazmir 1-0, Houston 1-2. Kazmir came into the starting rotation of Tampa Bay when we put Lefty Grove in the bullpen, and he's been doing fine there. Though he had a little bit of a poor outing against Boston in this game that just passed. It was, I think, at 1.71 or 7-2 in favor of the Rays, and then Lefty Grove, who I probably should have just left in reserve, came in and did not have a good showing. Julio Lugo went 2 for 4, hit his first home run, and drove in 2. The Yankees and the Orioles. The Yankees prevail 3-2. Gomez over Pappas. Gomez 1-0, Pappas 0-3. Gehrig 1 for 3 with his third home run, and he also walked once. In the game that you saw, this was a massacre. The Tigers over the Blue Jays at Salem Field in Buffalo, and we're going to keep them there. If the Toronto makes the playoffs, I will then use Rogers Center, but that's where they played last year. Nothing I can do about it. Mossy over Steve. Cobb went 3 for 4, 2 RBIs, 2 stolen bases. The Marlins over the Phillies 2-1. Webb over Bunning. Webb 1-0, Bunning 1-2. Ramos picked up the save, his third. The Mets win 7-1 over the Nats. Gooden 2-1 over Lannon 1-2. Reyes 3 for 5, his second home run, and 2 ribbies. In the game yesterday that you're going to see today, it was the Expos over Cincinnati 9-8. Forster 1-0 over Vandermeer 0-1, and Carter 2 for 5, a homer, his second, and 3 RBIs. The Pirates over the Braves 11-3, and the Braves continue their slide downward. Kramer 1-2 over Avery 0-2. Garr went 4 for 5, a homer, his first, and 3 RBIs. The White Sox 5-4 over the Indians in 13. Folk 3-1 over Doug Jones 0-3. Matt Lajoie 4 for 6 and 3 doubles. The Brownies 4-1 over the Twins. It was Garver over Radke. Garver 1-2, Radke 0-2, and Harlan Clift 2 for 4, a homer, and 3 ribbies. As we move the scroll down a little bit and tell you, Kansas City has prevailed 14-7 over the Astros, so it could have easily been a game between the Chiefs and the Oilers or the Texans here. Gubasaw 2-1 over Oswald 0-3. McRae 4 for 5 and 2 RBIs. McRae has been hot for the Royals so far. The Cubbies 5-2 over Milwaukee in Milwaukee. Root 1-2 over Gallardo 0-2. Cap Anson 2 for 5, a homer, his third, and 2 RBIs. The Cardinals 14-4 over the Rockies. Looked like a score of a game that would have been played in Denver. Carpenter 2-0 over Estacio 0-1. Hornsby with no range 2 for 3, 2 homers to get to 9 on the season, and 5 RBIs. That's Rogers Hornsby, of course, not Bruce. The Rangers over the A's 6-2. It was Kenny Rogers 2-0 over Norris 0-1. Hamilton 1 for 3, his first homer of the year, and a walk. The Angels 9-4 over Seattle. Finley 3-0 over Moyer 1-2. Fergosi went 2 for 3 for the Halos. Giants over the Padres 2-0. McCormick 2-0 over Randy Jones 0-3. Sparky Lyle got the save, his third. The Dodgers 7-2 over the Diamondbacks. Hooten. You didn't hear a who, but he got a win, 1-0 over Randy Johnson. 0-1. Green went 2 for 4, a homer his fourth, and 2 RBIs. That gets us to today's game, which is going to be Cincinnati and Montreal. And of course, what would a live stream be, or a stream you're about to see? And it's somebody from Orlando who I don't even know. So, oh, the things that happen when I do these streams. So we're going to get to the game right now. It's Montreal and Cincinnati. I don't know anybody at SeaWorld. The caller ID said SeaWorld Orlando. I'm like, no, I'm not interested. Not interested in going. I'm not interested in swimming around with the sharks in the tank. Thank you very much, and good day, sir. Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Hey, when you're on a roll, you're on a roll. And there's the lineup for Cincinnati. Ken Raffensperger, the lefty, will be the starting pitcher for the Reds.
Pitching for Cincinnati, Ken Raffensperger.
It will be a 55-degree night, clear, winds 13 miles an hour left to right. Bit of a hitter's park is Great American Ballpark, except if you are hitting for average and you're a righty, it's a -2, but the homer should be flying out of this park. The homer factor for lefties is plus 140%, and for righties it's 54%. So you might see a few long balls today. So let's give you the lineup for Montreal. It is Tim Raines in left, batting leadoff. Long is the shortstop. He bats second. Vidro, second base, batting third. Chris Chambliss, hero of the 1976 ALCS. He's at first base. He will hit fourth. Andre Dawson is at center field, batting fifth. Carter, the catcher, bats sixth. Fitzgerald is your DH, batting seventh. We do use the DH in both leagues. Tim Wallach is at third. He hits eighth. Hubie Brooks is in right, batting ninth. And Pfeffer, who was the pitcher for Montreal, who we'll be seeing in a little bit, can go 135 pitches. For the defense for the Reds, Adam Dunn, a 5 and a 6. You see A6 there. That means his arm is a 6. He plays left field. Veda Pinson, an 8 and a 7 in center. Frank Robinson, a 5 and a 6 in right. Well, I was just watching this morning in the 71 Major League Baseball All-Star Game. As I record this, we are a couple hours shy of the 2021 All-Star Game, an hour and 54 minutes to be precise, as I record this, at Coors Field in Denver. I'm not a big All-Star Game fan, I gotta tell you. Larkin is a 7 at shortstop. I'm not a big All-Star fan for any sport. Morgan is a 9 at second. Konechny is a 7 at first. He could also pitch. Bench, a 10 and a 9 behind the dish. Raffensperger is a 6 range as a pitcher. Raines is a bunter. So let's bring those corners in, boys. And let's pitch to him. And this is hit to center. Pinson, a lot of time to track that, and there's one out. By the way, Raines is hitting .241. We'll owe you a stats update on him on his next at bat. Raffensperger, .597, counting this last a third of an inning he just pitched with the out. He's 2-2 on the year, 28 2/3, counting the third of an innings pitched today. 31 hits, 10 walks, 10 home runs he has given up, so he's not a stranger to Mr. Gopher Ball. 2 walks and 10 Ks. His whip is 1.151, and his opposing batting average is .265. So we go to Herman Long, who is .250 on the year, 1 homer and 6 ribbies. We will again play to bunt. Here's the pitch. And this is a base hit up the middle. Long is aboard with a single to center. Jose Vidro, .272 on the year, a homer and 10 ribbies. Infield playing normal. Grounder to third. It goes to Hack, but he has to hang on to it as it was just under his glove. Booted it just a touch, and that allows the runners to move up a base to first and second. 2 on and 1 out for Chris Chambliss. 246, 2 homers, 9 RBIs this season. And this is hit to Konechny, who throws to Larkin to get the force at second, and that is all. 2 outs now for Andre Dawson. 304 on the year, 3 homers and 9 RBIs this season. The pitch to Andre is hit well to left, but it's going to stay in the park. Dunn underneath it.
For Montreal, Jeff Pepper.
And we have played an inning with no score. Joe Morgan leading off for Cincinnati. We'll go through the batting order now. He plays second base, of course. Stan Hack is your third baseman batting second. Frank Robertson in right field batting third. Robinson, not Robertson. Last time I played Cincinnati, I went through why I don't try not to call him Robertson, because there was an anchor for the Fox station here in Tampa named Frank Robertson. Married another anchor named Kathy Fountain. Shortstop is Larkin. He'll bat fourth. Dunn is left field batting fifth. Konechny plays first and bats sixth. Pinson is at center batting seventh. Lombardi is your DH batting eighth. He's also a catcher. So we might have another catcher snafu like we did with the San Francisco-Colorado game. Who knows? And Johnny Bench bats ninth. And he is the catcher. Raffensperger can go 125 pitches. And so far he has, well, we don't know. We'll figure that out when we get to the top of the second. Defensively for Montreal, Raines, a 6 and a 6 in left. Dawson is a 10 with a 7 arm in center. He could also play right. Hubie Brooks is a 3 and a 7 in right. Tim Wallach an 8 at third base. Long is a 7 at second, not at second, but at shortstop. Vidro is at second base. He's a 5, and Chris Chambliss is an 8 at first base. And you hear my phone going off again. It says spam risks on it, so when I see spam risk, I just pick it up and then I hang up. And I don't care how many times they call, they're not going to get my money. Joe Morgan leading off. He's a 10. Corners playing in, and if you've been following the HTBL, when I see that, I swing away. And that is a home run. Line drive homer for Joe Morgan. And that happened so fast I forgot to give you his stats. He's now a .235 hitter with the home run, and Cincinnati on the board. Boy, that ball just jumped out in a hurry. See it again here on replay. Went 378 happy feet. That is the 6th home run. We can tell you that much for Joe Morgan. And it is 1-0 in favor of Cincinnati. As I set up my logo so I don't have to set it up in the bottom of the 7th. Think ahead, people. Always think ahead. Stan Hack is a 200 hitter. 2 homers and 6 RBIs on the year. His bunt rating a 7. And this is hit well to center. Dawson will watch it bounce off the wall, and Hack will go to second with a double. So Cincinnati off to a good start. That brings up Frank Robinson, 258 on the year, 7 homers and 13 RBIs. I don't think the scammers like it when I hang up on them, but that's just too effing bad. And Robinson lets this go for a ride, but Brooks gets underneath it. I'm going to send Hack to third. He's safe. And it's now a runner at third with 1 out for Barry Larkin. Larkin so far on the year doing well, 370. 7 homers and 24 RBIs, and this is the 21st game for the Reds. Oh, it hits him. Whoa. And he got that right in the ribs. The crowd booing boisterously. And that brings up Adam Dunn. Dunn has 7 homers, 14 RBIs on the year, and he's hitting .254. Pfeffer in his 5 range as a pitcher. deals. Ball four, and the bases are loaded here for the Reds with one out, which will bring up Konechny, who is 192 on the year, 3 homers and 12 RBIs. So we'll need a little run production out of Konechny. And he struck out, big strikeout for Pfeffer, and that brings up Veda Pinson. The Reds already down to their 7-hitter here in the first. Pinson, 305, 3 homers and 10 RBIs. Up the middle, no, Pfeffer stabs it over the Chambliss, and they get out of the inning, only surrendering a run. We have played an inning. It is 1-0 Reds. So Gary the Kid Carter stepping in, 257 on the year, 2 homers and 15 RBIs. What's the over-under on how many times my phone's going to ring and it's just going to be junk? So far we're at 2, by the way. To center, Pinson, 1 out. Mike Fitzgerald, the DH, 196 on the year, no homers and 6 RBIs. For somebody important, I talked to him, but nobody I talked to is all that important. A walk for Fitzgerald, he goes to first base, and that brings up Tim Wallach. 310 on the year, 5 homers and 11 RBIs. Raffensperger, by the way, now up to 26 pitches. We owed you an update on him. And this is hit to right field, a base hit. Fitzgerald will hold. No, he might not hold. We are not going to throw. We'll give Fitzgerald third base. So Fitzgerald did advance to third base on the single to right by Tim Wallach. And Hubie, as Chris Berman used to call him, Babbling Brooks, 211, no homers, no ribbies. 1-0 game. And I am going to be a little bit aggressive and put runners at the corners here. Grounder to second. A web jam. No chance of getting the runner at home, so we will just go to a double play here possibly. They get the force at second. Morgan to Larkin. A fine, outstanding play by Joe Morgan, who's already had a home run in this game and now has that web gem. The runners scored from third, and we are dead even at a run apiece. But you have a feeling in this kind of ballpark that this is not the end of the story. There's going to be more runs scored. Tim Raines, as we go back to the top of the order, we can now give you his stats for the year. 241, no homers, 7 RBIs, and if you're wondering, he has 8 stolen bases. The pitch. This is popped up. Morgan and Robinson in the proximity of it, but Morgan with the putout. Side retired for Montreal, but they picked up a run, and after an inning and a half, it is a run each. Lombardi, who I believe was called Schnoz, 159 on the year. Ouch, 5 homers and 12 RBIs. Pfeffer caught that line drive over the Chambliss. It was actually a grounder. If he caught it in the air, it would have been an out right then and there. 1-3 grounder, and that's it for Lombardi. We go to the catcher, who is actually playing the catcher position, and Johnny Bench. Johnny Bench, 172, 5 homers, and 13 RBIs. So talking about that 71 All-Star game, he had a home run in that. He had a home run off of Vida Blue. The deal to Bench, ball 4, but that game, of course, most remembered for Reggie Jackson's home run off of Doc Ellis that nearly cleared Tiger Stadium in Detroit. And the AL won the game 6-4, and all the runs of the game were scored via the home run. So Bench at first for Joe Morgan, who's already had a homer today. He's at 235, 6 homers and 11 RBIs, because I forgot to mention that at his first at bat. The deal? No, they'll try a pickoff move at first, but Bench was back. Now they deal to Joe. And that goes right back to Pfeffer on a line drive. And they doubled up Bench. It was a line drive. They caught Bench off of first base. So that was a 1-3 double play. After 2, it's 1-1. I'm sorry. Herman Long is 263. He is 1 for 1 today. Grounder, which is going to be an inside the park home run that went right down the right field line. And Long just boogied around the bases for the inside to Parker, and just like that, the Expos take a 2-1 lead. Long with speed to burn. And we will show you the replay on that. And yeah, he got in. So you got to have blinding speed to score all the way around on that play. So it's 2-1 Montreal. Here's Vidro 0 for 1. This is hit well to right, but Robinson should get it, and he does. 1 out in the Montreal third. Chris Chambliss, who won the American League pennant with the New York Yankees in 1976. He's 0 for 1. And that's a fly to center. I was mimicking Howard Cosell's call of Chambliss winning the 76 series. He just hijacked the microphone from Keith Jackson. Dawson 0 for 1. 2 outs. Top of the third. A 2-1 Expo lead. And that's a base hit to left for Andre. That'll improve his batting average. We go to Gary Carter, who is also coming into this at-bat 0 for 1. Grounder to Raffensperger, back over to Konechny, and that's the side retired for Montreal in their third. 2.5 gone by. It's 2-1 Montreal leading. Stan Hack back in, 1 for 1 on the day. See if he can improve his batting average a little more. Vidro, Chambliss, a 4-3 ground out. And that brings up Frank Robinson, 7 homers, 13 RBIs, 254, and 0 for 1 today. Right to the shortstop, Herman Long, who's been Johnny on the spot in this game so far. With inside the park home run and some good plays out in the field. Barry Larkin with 2 outs and a 2-1 deficit. He steps in. He did not have an official at bat because he was hit by a pitch in the first inning. To the shortstop, Long. Did Larkin beat it out? He did. Chambliss argued with the ump, and that gets nipped in the bud, keeping Chambliss in the game and not getting ejected. With a 74% chance to run, I'm going to send Larkin here. Here's the throw. He's in there. Stolen base number 3 for Barry Larkin. Adam Dunn does not have an official at bat because he walked in the second. The pitch. Skied. Chambliss, I think, gets it, and he does. And we have played 3. It is 2-1 in favor of Montreal. To the 4th inning we go. Raffensperger will work to Mike Fitzgerald, who doesn't have an official at bat because he walked in the second inning. And this is hit to center. Pinson, 1 out. Wallach is 1 for 1. 319 on the season. And this is smoked to left field. Can Dunn get to it? Yes, he's on the warning track. He makes the play for the second out. Brooks is 0 for 1 on the day. This is hit to right. Will it get foul? It will. So we advance the count now to 0-2 with 2 outs. Montreal leading 2-1 in the top of the 4th. And this is hit well to left. Dunn reaching, makes the grab on the warning track again. And we have now played 3.5, 2-1 Expos. Konechny is 0 for 1. And this is hit well to center. A lot of hang time. It's off the wall. Konechny's going to go to third. He's in there with his second triple of the year. But for a minute it might have gone out for a homer, but Konechny, with good base running speed, boogies his way to third. And there's a runner at third with nobody out for Veda Pinson. 0 for 1, hitting .301. Hit the center. Dawson should get to this, and Konechny's got to tag up, and he scores easily. And we have a brand new ball game at 2-2 in the bottom of the 4th. Ernie Lombardi, 0 for 1 today. Hits it well to right. but Brooks gets to it. And we go down to the number 9 hitter, who is no slouch. It's Johnny Bench. Pfeffer, by the way, at 54 pitches, 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. Hit the center. Dawson makes the put out. What a workhorse out there for the Expos in center field. So we've now played 4. It's 2-4-0 for Montreal, 2-4-1 for Cincinnati. They have each left 4 on base. Timmy Raines is 0 for 2 as we begin the 5th inning. Raffensperger at 70 pitches. This is a bunt, and of course I get caught with my pants down because I didn't think of playing the corners in. He's safe. A poor play by Konechny, and Raines is at first base. Herman Long is 2 for 2. He had that inside the park home run his last at bat. Well, we got to keep Raines honest. Safe. Now the pitch to Long. Hit well to left center. Done with the putout. And Raines will have to stay at first base. Vidro is 0 for 2 on the day. Let's try to get Raines again. And we got him! We got him. He was picked off. Nice pickoff move by Raffensperger. And suddenly there are 2 outs for the Expos in the 5th. And Vidro is 0 for 2. Base hit to left, so that pickoff may loom large. We go now to Chris Chambliss. 3rd time around for the Montreal Expos. 0 for 2 so far. Grounder, hack, Morgan for the force, and that's it for Montreal in their 5th. We are halfway home unless we go extras. It's 2-2. Joe Morgan, 1 for 2 and a home run so far. To the shortstop, Long, over to first to Chambliss, and that's 1 out. Stan Hack is 1 for 2. All 4, and he is aboard. Frank Robertson, 0 for 2. Save? Okay. No, it didn't improve his stealing percentage any, so we'll just swing away with Robinson. Hit well to left. Dawson covering a lot of ground. He makes the put out in left center. Great play by Andre the Hawk Dawson. That brings up Barry Larkin, who is 1 for 1 on the day. 2 out in the Cincinnati 5th. A 2-2 tie. They try to get Hack. He's safe. We're going to move him. He's out. Caught stealing. So that's the side retired for Cincinnati in their 5th. So runners getting caught off base has kind of been the MO for this 5th inning. We go to the 6th. It's dead even at 2-2. Dawson, 1 for 2. Hit well to left center. Done with the putout. 1 gone. Gary Carter is 0 for 2, hitting .250 and 72 at-bats. He struck out the first K of the day for Raffensperger, who was at 90. We look at the bullpen, and you got some guys who could go long. You got Kellum, you got Demery, Hasagawa, Lauk, Soto, and Fred Toney. Not a bad lineup. And here is Fitzgerald, 0 for 1 today. Hit well, left center. A lot of height on this one. This one is Gonzo. Home run for Fitzgerald, and it is 3-2. 348, I think that estimate's a little generous. We'll show it to you on the replay once again. As this goes middle deck, maybe upper deck. And yeah, probably off the facade of the upper deck. So Fitzgerald gives Montreal the lead again at 3-2. Second time they have taken the lead today. Wallach is 1 for 2. That's hit well to left, but Dunn will come in and make the putout. We have played 5.5. It's Montreal 3 and Cincinnati 2. Just thinking ahead, folks, I want to see who my closer is for Cincinnati. It is Mitch Williams. The Wild Thing. Remember that in HTBL play, the franchises where they currently are get to pick 40 players, and then anybody after that can be picked in a 10-round draft. So you're going to see a few faces in strange places. Now, with the Florida Marlins, who are Miami, I kind of combined that, and I did the same with the Angels because they were the California Angels, they were the LA Angels, they were the Anaheim Angels, and then they were the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, so I kind of mashed all that together. Larkin is 1 for 1. He's back up at bat after the caught stealing. Hit well to right. Brooks backing up, moving to his left, and he makes a great play by the right field line. 1 out for Adam Dunn. Dunn so far 0 for 1 today. Pfeffer is at 71 pitches. He should go the distance, barring any more trouble. That's hit well to right. Brooks backing up makes the putout, and that's out number 2. So we now go to Konechny, who is 1 for 2 on the day, a 200 batting average and 80 at bats. Another one hit well to right. It's been a workout for Brooks. He makes all 3 putouts in the bottom of the 6th. So we have played 6. It is 3-2 still, Montreal. Raffensperger appears strong, I am being told. Probably can get him through the 7th, but I don't know about anything beyond that. Huey Brooks 0 for 2. That's hit well to right, and that is caught by Robinson, although the animation did not complete. 1 out. So we've had at least 4 straight balls hit the left. 4 straight outs to the left. Now, if Raines can hit it to left, I'd be a little shocked. 1 for 3 today. A bunt, and again, why aren't you playing corners in? Raines is safe. He's now 2 for 4 on the day, which brings in Herman Long. Maybe I could pick him off again. Nope, not that time. I'm going to guard the lines for Herman Long, who is 2 for 3. Hit well to right. Robinson, 5th straight out, made in right field. Let's try picking off Raines again. Safe. Vidro is 1 for 3. And finally, a line drive to the shortstop. 7th inning stretch. It's 3-2. It's the bottom of the 7th. Montreal leading. Big Paulie coming to you. Let me show you the box score. 3-2, as I was saying. Pfeffer and Raffensperger have gone all the way. Raffensperger had 118 pitches, so he probably won't finish the 8th. And there's your score sheet. And here's your summary. Cincinnati sent 7 to the plate, scoring only 1 run. Then Montreal got a run on a little manufacturing. Herman Long hit it inside the Parker. That put Montreal up 2-1. Vada Pinson tied the score to make it 2-2. And Fitzgerald hit a solo shot, and that made it 3-2. And that, my friends, is where we are right now. Pinson is 0 for 1. He hits righties well, so we'll leave him in. 316. Grounded to third. Wallach. Chambliss, first out of the inning. Lombardi, 307. My best hit in righty on the bench is Pete Rose, who hits 320. I don't want to use him yet. I want to save him for a 9th inning, if we get that far with it being that close. Lombardi 0 for 2. Grounder, a base hit to right. And Lombardi not much of a runner. But you got Johnny Bench behind him, 0 for 1 today, only hitting 169 this season. I'm sure he will rebound and rebound big. Hit well to right, but that's going to be foul. Brooks can't get to it. And we move the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. In the bottom of the 7th, a 3-2 Expo lead. Grounded to third. Could this be a double play ball? 5-4-3, yes it is. Side retired for Cincinnati in their 7th. We go to the top of the 8th. 3-2. Raffensperger probably has enough to get through one more batter. We'll try it with Chris Chambliss, who is 0 for 3 on the day. That's a base hit to right center. Pinson scooped it up. And with the pitch count 120 and with Andre Dawson up, it's time to make a call to the bullpen. And let's see here. Dawson is a righty. Don't want to bring Williams in yet. We're going to go with Rob Dibble. Try to get through the 8th with him. So it's Dibble coming in. He has not seen action all season in the HTBL. This will be his first appearance. So it's Dibble against Dawson with nobody out in the top of the 8th. And he walks. Walk number 1 for Dibble in the game and in the season. Gary Carter is 0 for 3. Guard the lines, boys, because you don't want to give up 2 runs here. You want to try to stay down 1, 2 at most. Grounder to third. Hack. He'll try for the out at first. I don't think he got it. Oh, he did. He did. So 1 out in the Montreal 8th. Fitzgerald hits 208. Wallach would be the next hitter at 311. So we're going to play infield in and try to get the out here. Dibble to Fitzgerald. Strike 3. A big K. A big K for Rob Dibble. Now we can walk Wallach. Yes, I'm going to intentional walk him. You get to force at any base for Hubie Brooks, who is hitting 182 and is 0 for 3 today.
Pinch hitting for Montreal, Brad Wilkerson.
And Montreal makes a move. Brad Wilkerson will come in. 0 for 4 so far this season. And he is a left-handed hitter. Play it first? No. Wallach got back safely. So it's a 1-0 count now to Wilkerson. And again, they try a pickoff move. Did not work. Count is now 2-0. You can't walk this guy. Come on. And they do walk him. Dibble, his 3rd walk of the game and the inning and the season. And it's 4-2, a bases-loaded walk. Now you got trouble because you got Tim Raines. Not going to bunt here, of course, but he's 2 for 4. Up the middle, a base hit. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. And it's 6-2. And Montreal has blown the game open. Herman Long. We are going to bring in another call to the bullpen here. And we're going to go with Kellum. Actually, we're going to go Mario Soto. Mario Soto is going to come in the game. He has also not pitched in HTBL action so far this year. He can go 75 pitches, so we can leave him in for the 8th and the 9th. Long is 2 for 4. And a great play. He didn't see it there, but it was a great play by Veda Pinson. And we'll just leave it at that. Montreal picking up 3 in the 8th. And the Expos leading the Reds 6-2. Joe Morgan is 1 for 3. You're down 4. I dare not bunt here. Hit up to Vidro, a pop-up, and that's the first out. Stan Hack is 1 for 2. All 4. So Hack aboard. Bring in Robinson, who is 0 for 3. Cincinnati's got something going here in the 8th. First and second with 1 out for Barry Larkin, who is 1 for 2. Hit well to right, but Wilkerson's going to get it. By the way, he's now playing right field. And we're going to leave Hack at second base. Dunn is 0 for 2, by the way. So Wilkerson is playing right field, replacing Hubie Brooks. 2 outs, bottom of the eighth, a 6-2 Expo lead. He struck out. So Cincinnati could not get anything going in the eighth. It's 6-2 going to the ninth. And Jose Vidro is 1 for 4, Soto dealing. And that was a long fly to right center, and Pinson made the putout. Chris Chambliss is 1 for 4. That's hit to center. Pinson coming in hard makes the putout for the second out. Bringing up Andre Dawson, 1 for 3. And he strikes out, so a nice inning of relief for Mario Soto. Now Cincinnati's got to get to work. They need 4 to tie, 5 to win, or better. They trail 6-2. Konechny, 1 for 3. Now here's where I'm going to make a move. Konechny hits righties 300. And I am going to put in the game. Let me see here. I'll put Pete Rose in because Rose could play anywhere. Pete Rose is 0 for 1. Believe it or not, he hasn't played much for the Reds in the HTBL. Up the middle, a base hit for the Hit King. 1 on, nobody out for Veda Pinson, who is 0 for 2. Pinson hits .316 against righties. And his OPS is .866. We're going to leave him in. We'll keep Ken Griffey Sr. in reserve. Pinson is 0 for 2. That's hit well to right. Wilkerson going back makes the putout. And I don't want Rose advancing. Lombardi 1 for 3. They try a pickoff move on Rose. Rose back in there safe. Count 1-0 to Ernie Lombardi. Mr. Schnoz. Hit well to center. Dawson looking up. It's off the wall. And Rose is going to score from first base on a double. And Lombardi has made it a 6-3 game. Now you got Johnny Bench, who is 0 for 2 and probably overdue. And then after that, he got if he gets on, he got Joe Morgan. Hit well to center. Dawson with the putout. Lombardi will hold at second. No reason to make the third out at third base. So Joe Morgan is the last chance for the Reds, and that's not a bad option. Imagine how many Cincinnati Reds fans over the years have said, okay, you could pick any Cincinnati Red in history to try to save your game. Actually, this is not a save the game situation. We need Morgan to get on. Who would you pick? I'm sure Joe Morgan would probably be on a few guys' lists. Morgan so far today 1 for 4. That's hit well to right. Does he have a 2-home run game? No, he does not. Wilkerson with the putout. The game is over, and the Expos win 6-3. Which sounds like a Wimbledon score. 6-10-0 for the Expos. They go to 10-11. 3-7-1 for the Reds. They fall to 14-7, if you want to call that falling. Pfeffer is now 5-0. Raffensperger 2-3. The time of the game. We played it in 43 minutes, and that was not counting the 43 minutes, but I also did score summaries at the start of the game. 55-degree day, and the time of the game was 3 hours and 1 minute. Pfeffer went all the way, as you will often see in the HTBL. 7 hits, 3 runs given up, all earned, 5 walks, 2 Ks. Raffensperger, Dibble, and Soto were the pitchers for Cincinnati, and Dibble did not look good. MVP of the game will be Herman Long, who had that inside the park home run. So that's going to do it for this 21st part of HTPL play. Tune in next time. I think we'll either do a Kansas City game or a New York Yankee game. It'll depend on who wins, who loses. And if both teams either win or lose, I'll probably do a Yankee game. Big Paulie coming to you, wishing you well as always. Godspeed, God bless. We'll do it all again soon, and bye-bye for now, everybody.